What's up guys, Andrew here again with Adventure Rig Colorado, back again with another headlight bulb video, surprisingly. Lasfit sent me out another pair of bulbs to do a review. These ones are a little bit different than the ones I have done originally. I'll link up a card to that video if you want to check that one out as well. Today we're going to be going over these Switchback LEDs, so it should be something pretty interesting. Now Lasfit didn't pay me, or they don't get to see this video before, so this is totally all my opinion. They did, however, give me a discount code if you guys want to use that to check anything out from their website. So let's get into the video. Okay, now we're here at the tabletop. Today we're going to be talking about the Lasfit LD Plus Switchback LEDs. So this box here, it will house just the two LEDs. It's nothing too special with the box. And so, all right, now that we got it open, we can see it's something fairly simple. Comes with just the lights pretty much inside. And then something interesting with these is it comes with these extra little drivers. This is what's going to help switch it from the light color to the amber color on the switchback part. So it's two of those, one for each light. All right, taking a look at the lights now, we can see they're nice, made out of aluminum. It'll help with anti-corrosion stuff, and it'll also help with heat dissipation. There's some nice heat fins here to help dissipate the heat. There's also a fan that sits back here that'll also help with the heat dissipation. The bulbs themselves feel high quality, nicely made. The machining is nice. The chips look like they're good. There's a little dirt here, but shouldn't affect performance at all. If you can see here, we have two different colored chip interfaces here. That'll help also with the color changing. Here are the modules that'll help with switching colors. Also kind of has like a heat dissipation heat sink area. Still nicely made. Could probably use this for mounting. The cables come nice and protected in these nice braided sleeves. And this will connect to the light here. And this will plug in to the car harness for the lights. Another really cool feature of these lights that Lasfit has engineered into them is this base when it's attached to the housing. So let's say the housing it's in, and the chip isn't in the optimal position for how you want your beam pattern to be and where the cutoff is. It actually will rotate free about 360 degrees. This will allow you to fine tune and aim your headlights, essentially aim the LED light itself inside the housing. It's a really cool feature, and we'll play with that some more when we go install these in the car. Lasfit also claims that these will have a 3000 lumen brightness per bulb, so I guess in total 6000 lumens. And that is both in the cool white temperature and in the amber temperature, which is really nice. Usually with other manufacturers, the amber color is actually a lighter or not as bright output. So that's really nice that they claim that it'll be just as bright on both settings. All right, so this was a quick tabletop look at these Lasfit LD Switchback lights. Overview is that they're pretty high quality, good rubber gaskets, chips look good. So let's take these now and go install them in the car. All right, so we got the bulbs out here at the car. Today I'm gonna be putting these on a 2007 Lexus GX470, that is. This is kind of my off-road build. If you want to check out the rest of the page, there's some videos on stuff I've done to the car already. Well, we're gonna go ahead and install these new lights. I have Lasfit LEDs already in there. I did a video on that, like I said earlier, so this is nothing new to me. We're gonna just go ahead and put these in, try to figure out somewhere where we can mount these modules, and then we'll move on from there. Hopefully this video doesn't get too noisy. there's a fair bit of construction going on by me, just a fair warning. But let's get into it. All right, so we're over here on the driver's side. Here is the battery. As you can see, that space is not very large. That's why I was saying you may or may not have to take the battery out of the way to get this one out. What I'm gonna start to do is go ahead and remove the electrical connection. Simple as pinching and pulling. And we're gonna try and take this light out without having to move the battery, but I doubt that that's gonna happen. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna have to move that battery out of the way. So give me a second. All right, instead of trying to remove the entire battery, what I'm gonna try and do is take off just the mounting portions. See if I can just tip it back while we remove it real quick. Alright, set those pieces out of the way. Let's see. Can we get enough movement and play out of this way? If we kind of just rock the battery back. Oh, we can tip it in and out. Okay, wonderful. So this is the old Lasfit bulb that I had in there. They've since updated some design features to them, but this is about a year old. Had no problems with the old ones, so I'm very happy to put the new ones in. So let's go ahead and get the new one here and put that in. All right, here's the new one. Go ahead and put that back in. We're gonna do the same thing, kind of just rock the battery back. I actually think this one is slightly smaller, which is nice. Okay. I just got to figure out which orientation those locks are in. I think I got it there. Nice and tight. Okay. So that one's in. Awesome. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get the module for it so we can connect that up. All right, got the module here. So this pronged end right here is gonna sit into, come on, the actual portion of the light. Line everything up. Maybe. Okay, get it in there seated. There is this little collar right here that slides down. You're gonna wanna screw that in. That'll just make sure it stays nice and tight. Just hand tight. And like I said, this end now plugs into the truck side wire harness here. The same one we just unplugged for the old light. And this has a plus and minus on here. I'm not sure which way is plus or minus. The good thing with LEDs is you plug it in, turn the lights on. If it doesn't turn back on, you take this and you switch it and then plug it back in, try the light again. It usually works. So for now, I'm just gonna plug it in and see what happens. Maybe. I don't know what is going on here.
A few moments later.
There we go. Jeez, all right. It's a little easier if you hold the clip here. That actually helps lock and unlock it. Plug it in that way. Now, I don't know where I really want to mount this module. There isn't much room to put it somewhere. I was thinking maybe putting it right here. You could either drill into something, drill into here, but I think what I'm going to do, since this is the heat dissipation side, I got the heat sink and heat fins, I was thinking of using, I had some leftover mounting tape, this like double-sided tape essentially. I was going to put it on this side, opposite of the fins, and maybe stick it right here. And that way it has some space and some air flow to it. But first, I'm gonna check to make sure the light works. And if not, like I said, you'll just take the plug back out, switch it, plug it back in, and then try it, and it should work. So give me a second to make sure this light works, and we'll move on. Okay, I assured that the light was working in the proper orientation that I had that plugged in. So I am just gonna use this double-sided mounting tape essentially. Probably don't need much. Gonna stick it on the side with the words on it, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it just to this front cross member here. Just gonna stick it right there. I'll probably need to clean that up a little bit just to give it some extra clinging power and just to make sure it stays a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Go. Gonna clean it with the Clean All product, some brake clean and a rag, just to get it some. Gotta love it. So yeah, I'm just gonna use some brake clean real quick. Just clean this little section up. And this way, if I mount it this way, the fins are at least facing out. It'll help cool it a little bit better. Don't think you'll see that much of a performance difference from the heat dissipation, but makes me feel a little bit better at least. So just cut off a little piece of that mounting tape. Just gonna go ahead and stick it right in the middle here. Just like that. Go ahead and peel the other side off. Find my spot and just stick it on. Yep. So right now that that's mounted, here's the little module. Here's the connection that goes to the light, and then the connection that goes to the rest of the car. Let's move to the other side. Much easier to do. Okay, so on the other side, you just repeat the same process as we did on the driver's side. So we got everything hooked up here. So the question is, do I keep it consistent, put it back up on the front here just like the other side? Or do I want to try and mount it somewhere like over here, just to keep it a little bit more out of the way? And I kind of like this spot right here a little bit better. So do the same thing. Just go ahead and get my rag again. Go ahead and clean this little spot off. The nice thing about the 3M is the double-sided tape here, is that it's non-destructive. I don't have to drill holes in anything, and if I ever want to switch it, it's pretty easy just to peel it right back off. I hope it's not too easy to peel off so that this stuff actually sticks, but I think it'll be pretty good. So we just get a little piece here again. Okay. Go ahead and stick, we'll cut that one a little long. Cut that one a little off. Make sure that's sticking good. Guess I should have figured out if this was the correct way or not. I didn't test the light, but it's easy enough to pull off. Make sure it's nice and stuck on there. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna try the lights, make sure they work, and we'll move on from there. All right, so the light install is pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. If you got a different car, make and model, just look up how to take those lights out if you're having problems. I got really lucky. I plugged them in the correct polarity both times. That usually doesn't happen. I usually at least get one flip-flopped and I got to change it. But as you saw, the lights were switching as they're supposed to, and both lights were plugged in correctly from the beginning. So that being said, I can show you real quick inside the car. You literally just turn off and on your lights real fast, switches the color. Other than that, we're gonna take it back inside. I'm gonna go over some of my final thoughts, and we're gonna get some night shots somewhere in here. And then we're gonna go talk about whether or not I think these are a great value or not. All right, just to show you guys how simple it actually is. Right now, I have just the lights on. As you can see, they're the normal like cool light for like normal driving. Beam pattern is already pretty good. I might mess with it a little bit, but just come in here, pretty simple. Just gotta turn it off and on real quick. And as you can see, it's switched to the ambers now. So yeah, it's pretty simple to switch. Pretty awesome. And they're back. All right, we got it got dark now, so I'm finally gonna see if I can get some night shots for you guys. So that's the initial startup here. All right, well, the beam pattern is a little off right now, so I'm gonna have to do some more adjusting here in a little bit. All right, welcome back inside, guys. Let's just go over some review of the product and some pros and cons of it. So to me, I really like the way Lasfit has machined their stuff, engineering their adjustments into the headlights, as you saw in the video. Also, I think the lights are bright enough for, you know, everyday use, and especially if you're out on the trail in pitch black darkness at night, I think the light output is more than sufficient. Some things I don't really like is, you know, there was some dirt inside the element there. We saw where the LED chip was, but that's easily cleaned. Just something I want you to be aware of. And the fan in there is noticeable when you have the car off, the lights are still on. But honestly, those are kind of some nitpicky things. And honestly, I think for the price of it, especially with the discount code that you can find in the description below, I think these lights actually are a phenomenal option. The choice, having the choice to switch between the cool light for normal driving and let's say the amber in less than ideal conditions. You're either on the trail where it's super dusty, you just like amber, because who doesn't? I think the versatility of this bulb is really great. So with that being said, I want to tell Lasfit again, thank you for sending these out. I hope that everybody found some value in this video. If you like this video and want to see more stuff like this, maybe if you want to see a follow-up video, leave a comment down below, and so we can go and take a look at these maybe in 6 months, see how they're holding up, stuff like that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any more Adventure Rig Colorado. Thanks and have a good one.